for standard 9. And our ongoing chapter is chapter number 10, gravitation. In this chapter, up till now we have studied the law of universal law of gravitation, and also we derived the formula for universal law of gravitation, and it means that there is a force of attraction between any two bodies in the universe, and this force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Students, this law is very important. You should make it by heart. And also the force is along line joining the centers of the two objects. Also we have studied about G and G, capital G and small g. Now, what is capital G? Capital G is a constant of proportionality. So, in the derivation of universal law of gravitation, we have studied about the capital G. And what is small g? Is acceleration due to gravity. Also, we have studied the difference between these two. The value of capital G is constant, is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square, and it is constant everywhere in the universe. Acceleration due to gravity. So here acceleration due to the gravity. Also I have explained one example when we throw the stone from a height. When it comes to the earth, there is a change in its velocity, means acceleration is there, including that no any other force acting on it, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square because it is the acceleration. But the value of small g is not constant everywhere. Also this point I have explained. Again, our earth is not the perfect sphere. It is orange shade. This is the center of the earth. So this distance, this is pole and this is the equator. So this distance is more than this distance. So if the object is here, an object is here, there is a difference in the value of gravitational force because this distance is more. Therefore, the object here, the gravitational force acting on that object is somewhat less if the object is here. So, because the distance is smaller than this distance, Earth shape is not perfect sphere. It is orange in shape. And so, we can say the value of G is constant anywhere, but value of small g, there is a little bit difference as per its position. If it is on the pole, the value of G is more because force of attraction is more, and if it is on the equator, the value of G is decreases. So gradually from this to this, if the object is moving from the pole to the equator, gradually its force of attraction decreases because distance increases, and the distance increases, value of G is becoming less. It is decreasing because they are inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. The center of the object is very minute, means the radius of the object is very minute in compared to the radius of the earth. So here we are considering only the radius of the earth. So here the radius is small, here the radius is big. Radius is small, therefore gravitational force is more, vice versa. And here if the radius is big compared to this, gravitational force is less. So this is according to the universal law of gravitation. The force of attraction between two bodies is inversely proportional to the square of the law is applied here. So we have discussed all these things in the previous session, that is difference between capital G and small g. It is very important, students. Now our next point is mass and weight. What is mass and what is weight? Up till now, according to us, the quantity mass and weight are same. So we can say, what is your weight? So it is somewhat different than mass. Now be careful, listen carefully, give attention here. It's very turning point of knowledge, because up till now we don't know the difference between mass and weight. In Gujarati, mass is called da, weight means vajan. So we are not considering the mass, but we are just considering the weight. Now I will explain today the difference between mass and weight. Mass of any object means the proportion of matter in it. Suppose I am having this duster. So how many molecules, molecules of any material is there in this duster is called its mass. And weight means the gravitational force of the earth is acting on this object. So difference between these two physical quantities, mass and weight. Quantity of matter in the object is called mass, and gravitational force of the earth acting on that particular object is called weight. Now also there is a difference in their units. Unit of mass is kg. It is SI unit, standard international unit of mass is kg, and unit of this weight is Newton, because it is a force of attraction, and we know the unit of force is Newton. It can be written N or simply Newton. If it is, we want to write in just one letter, it should be capital. These are the rules of physics. And if it is written the full name, so N should not be capital. Take care about this. This is again for all the physical quantities. If N, only N, then it should be capital. If it is, if we want to write the full name, it should not be capital. Should not be capital. Okay. So the second difference between the mass and weight, we can say mass, unit of mass is kg, and unit of weight is force. It is force, therefore Newton. Again, mass is denoted by small m and weight is denoted by W. And we know W is equal to mg, mass into gravitational force. Now, SI unit is kg and here SI unit is Newton. Again, mass is a scalar quantity. I already explained what is scalar quantity in chapter number 8. What is scalar quantity? The quantity which require only the magnitude for its complete description is called scalar quantity, means no need of any direction. And what is the vector quantity? The quantity which requires magnitude as well as direction for its complete description is called vector quantity. Now here for the mass, we require only quantity of matter in the body. No any direction is needed here. Therefore, we can say mass is a scalar quantity, but here gravitational force means earth is attracting the object towards it. Therefore, weight is a vector quantity because it requires direction along with magnitude. Now, by which means the mass is measured? Mass is measured using the beam balance. Beam balance means the balance which are that vegetable vendor is having beam balance. But we are telling that as the weight. How many brinjal you are buying? So 2 kg. But actually it is weight. So beam balance, it is measured using beam balance, and here the weight is measured using spring balance. Spring balance means the balance is like this. One hook is here, and here any thing we want to measure the weight. And here there is a scale inside it. Spring is there. Inside it the spring is there. And the measures are written here. So in this way, if it is very massive, then the spring will come down. Otherwise, spring will remain on the upper side. So in this way, this is just the figure of a spring balance. So mass is measured by beam balance and the weight is measured by spring balance. Now the next question, next point of difference, very important. Mass remains constant everywhere in the universe. Mass means quantity of matter in the body. It is measured in kg. So suppose one ball is there of 2 kg. So whenever we go anywhere in the universe, the matter in the body remains constant. So mass remains constant anywhere in the universe. So what changes? Definitely the weight of an object changes, because if the object is on the earth, gravitational force is more. If object is going away from the earth, so distance increases, gravitational force decreases. So if the less gravitational force is there, also its weight decreases. So this is the main point. Mass remains constant everywhere in the universe, but according to the gravitational force of the earth, the weight of an object increases or decreases accordingly. So these are the differences between mass and weight. Students, we will write here the differences of mass and weight. What was our first point? The first point was of definition, what is mass and what is weight. First point, quantity of matter in the body. And here we can say gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. Here you can say in the body is called mass. Now second point. Mass is a scalar quantity. Weight is a vector quantity. Because it requires direction along with magnitude. Third point. Mass of a body is denoted by m and weight is denoted by w and it's having the formula mg. This formula is very important. We will solve the sums based on this formula in the next session. Fourth, SI unit, System International Unit of Mass is kg and SI unit of weight is Newton. Why Newton? We know though Newton is a unit of force. So why Newton? As weight is a force. You can write the reason. And unit of force is Newton, that we already know. So here SI unit of weight is Newton. Now the next point, it is measured using beam balance. And it is measured using spring balance. And the last point, mass of an object remains constant. Weight of an object is not constant everywhere. It depends on the local value of G. Depends on local value of G, small g, because small g approximate value is 9.8 but as we go from pole to equator its value also decreases. So in this way these are the points. Again we will repeat: quantity of matter in the body. So quantity of matter in the body is called mass. Gravitational force acting on the body is weight. Mass is a scalar quantity, weight is the vector quantity. Why? Because mass requires only magnitude for the complete description, while the weight requires magnitude as well as direction for the complete description. Next, mass of a body is denoted by m, and it is intrinsic property. It doesn't have any formula because it is intrinsic property. Otherwise, the object can't be there. So it is a very fundamental property. And weight is denoted by W, and it is having formula mg. Here there is no any formula because the fundamental property. Otherwise there is no any existence of object. With the mass only object can exist, any object. The mass can be very small or it can be huge, but otherwise object can't exist. So it is called incentric property. What is the meaning of incentric? Means fundamental property. So it doesn't have any formula to calculate the mass. Now SI unit of mass is kg. SI unit of weight is Newton. Again, it is measured using the beam balance and it is measured using the spring balance. And here the mass of an object remains constant everywhere and weight of an object not constant everywhere. So this is the basic difference between mass and weight. Students, just note down this. I am giving you 2 minutes. Okay students, now this much is enough for today. Students, just read all the things, see the videos properly. When you start watching the video, keep the science textbook with you. Now students, time for homework. I am giving you homework for today. In the next session, we will learn the numericals based on weight, means W is equal to mg, and the other numericals based on value of capital G, value of small g. Okay, write your homework. Difference, mass and weight, two times students, and write in the manner as I give you. In that manner, it is very easiest method. So just, and also learn it. It's very important. Okay students, Bye. Take care. We will meet in the next session.